Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another watch list. Basically, think of this as a monthly TV guide for me to let you know what and when TV shows that I'm interested in that maybe you're interested in are coming out. Like always, in the description, I'll include links to any trailers that might be available to anything that I bring up during this watch list. On October 3rd, on Netflix and Crunchyroll, and potentially Hulu too, I think maybe, we have this new anime series, Dun Dun Dun, which essentially follows these two characters in school who one believes in aliens but not ghosts, the other one believes in ghosts but not aliens, and they make a bet to prove the other one wrong of like, oh, this one exists, and yada yada yada. And because of that, they go off separately and end up encountering the thing they don't believe in, and now they get drawn into this situation where they're now fighting aliens and fighting spirits and joining forces with other characters doing so. I made sure to only watch like one of the trailers because there's multiple trailers out, so I don't know the full extent of everything that goes down, but one character unlocks, I think she's like gains psychic abilities, the other character gets possessed by a spirit or something like that. It's a whole thing, and it seems like it's going to be one of those weird anime, and I'm here for it. Also on October 3rd, on Crunchyroll, we have this series, was it Mecha-Ude or Mechanical Arms? Essentially, there are these alien species that come to Earth that basically take on the form of mechanical arms, and they fuse with humans, and it's about this middle schooler who works with one of these mechanical arms. There's like an organization that's trying to find a very special one that gives unlimited power. Just seems really interesting. Just a little bit I've picked up from like some of the synopsises I've read, and just looking at it seems really dope. It's actually really interesting reading into the story of it, of like this was like initially like a kickstarted anime that had like one episode made, and now like there's years later they've been able to make a full anime series, so it seems pretty dope. Just from the little I've seen, so I'm excited to watch the show and kind of get the full scale and scope of everything. On October 6th on HBO, we have a new series called The Franchise. Essentially, it's kind of this, I don't think it's going to be mockumentary style, but essentially it's like, oh, the behind the scenes of filming a large superhero franchise. So it's kind of like parroting like Marvel and DC, specifically like the MCU and the DCEU, and it's just a whole like trying to like make that work, and so it's just kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek satire about the whole situation. So it seemed interesting. I heard the concept about this like a couple years ago, and now like, you know, we ended up getting a teaser. Might have been a full trailer, I don't remember, but for what I saw footage wise, it seems interesting, so I'm excited to check it out. On October 7th on the CW, we have the 4th and final season of Superman and Lois, which I'm both excited and sad about. Sad that this is the final season, but I'm also excited to see how the series ends. I'm a massive fan of this series. I love it so much. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm also excited to see what they do with it, especially, no spoilers, if you saw where season 3 left off, how that plays out for season 4, especially because I've avoided everything I can because I want to go into this season knowing as little as possible. Interestingly enough, apparently the original air date for this was supposed to be the 17th, but it seems to have been moved up. On October 10th on Prime Video, we have the new series Citadel Diana. It's set in the Citadel universe. This specific series is taking place in Italy. I am curious to know where it takes place timeline wise in comparison to like the original show, but I don't, because like I only watched a teaser trailer, so I don't fully know like where Diana's situation is. Like it seems like she belongs to a different organization and then gets recruited by Citadel over the course of the series, so I would assume this is pre-Citadel falling. I don't know, but I mean, I like Citadel, and I'm curious to kind of explore that world and that universe more with different characters and different stories and circumstances. Also on October 10th on Stars, or at least here in the US, we have this new series called Sweetpea. Seems to be this British series where you have this character played by Ella Purnell who's kind of tired of being kind of pushed around and ignored by people and not treated right, and she kind of snaps and decides to start killing people. And it seems like there's this Irish series, I'm blanking on its name now, that this series kind of like gives me the same energy. Oh yeah, the series Obituary, that was its name. It kind of gives me Obituary vibes, where it seems like she performs murders and then kind of like uses it for work, like in the same vein. I don't know, that's just what I haven't read anything. I'm just picking that up from the trailer, or the little bit we see in the trailer. So it seems interesting, nice kind of I don't know if that kind of plucky energy, like that dark plucky energy you get in the trailer, is that just how the trailer's cut, or is the show's going to have that same energy as well? But it seems interesting, so I'm excited to check it out. On October 13th on CBS, we have season 2 of Tracker, which I'm excited about. I do need to go back and finish season 1. I got most of the way through season 1 and just like got sidetracked with so much other stuff, so I don't know what to expect for season 2. I avoided the trailers because I didn't finish season 1, so I need to go back and finish season 1 in preparation for it, especially when it's right around the corner. Like I said, I didn't have that many episodes left of season 1, but I really enjoyed Tracker, so I'm excited to see what happens in season 2. Also on October 13th on Crunchyroll, we have a new anime series, Demon Lord 2099. Essentially, in this world, there's like a demon lord that was defeated, and then he wakes up, like, it gets resurrected 500 years later. It's this blend of kind of like cyberpunk and fantasy, where like, oh, his whole thing was about world domination, and now the world has changed, because apparently this world was like a fantastical world that was mixed in with the more modern day, like set in like modern 2023 or 2024, and these worlds bled together into the whole thing. This was just a synopsis I was reading. I was like, okay, that's kind of wild to think about. I even saw it kind of being labeled as I think on Wikipedia it's labeled as a reverse isekai, which I guess it makes sense, but I was like, I've never heard the term reverse isekai before. That's interesting. But either way, it just seemed interesting, and I'm ready to check it out and see what it's all about. On October 17th on Netflix, we had the 3rd season of The Lincoln Lawyer. Pretty much in the Tracker's saying the same vein as Tracker, where it's like I saw season 1 and really liked it. Season 2 came out and I just never got around to it, so hopefully I'm able to get into I need to rewatch season 1, watch season 2 in preparation for season 3. On October 20th, we have the 5th season of The Equalizer on CBS. Same thing again. I did not finish season 4. I need to go back and do that. This is kind of the perfect excuse. There's like so much television I'm so far behind on, so this is just yet another thing of I need to go back, finish this thing in preparation for the new season. On October 24th on Prime Video, we have the new series Like a Dragon Yakuza, which I'm very excited about. I've only seen the teaser. I don't know if there's a full trailer out yet. I'll avoid it even if there is one. I'm not well versed in the Yakuza series. I've never played them myself, but I have watched people play different games here and there. I've never seen the full story of the Yakuza games, but I mean, I know the gist of what they're about, but I know what they're kind of best known for is kind of like how kooky and crazy they can be, but it also is like that franchise, like diehard fans are like diehards for it. So I'm excited to see what the series is, to kind of be my first real deep dive into Yakuza and see what, you know, it's all about, and see if it's kind of got that same flavor and feel as the games or not. So, and finally on the Netflix, we have the 2nd season of Hellbound, which I'm very excited about. I'm definitely going to go back and rewatch season 1, but the whole concept of like these giant creatures coming after people and killing them when it's supposed to be their time and dragging them to hell, and it being this, you know, a cult is built around it, and society kind of accepts this as like the way things are. Yeah, just seeing where that goes, especially where season 1 revealed like, oh, this whole thing isn't what you think it is, especially how it teases at the very end of like, there's more to this. I believe there's only a teaser trailer out at the time, or maybe there was a full trailer, but I might have avoided watching it. I didn't want to know as much, but it's like, yeah, like what you think you know about this situation is about to get flipped upside his head, and what this means in the grand scheme of things of the cult and just society's approach to this whole thing. This is based on a webtoon manhwa, which I don't remember if the manhwa was actually done. I've read some of it, but I haven't read a lot of it. Some of it was just, I'm still early in the webtoon, which was still like, you know, in season 1 story, so. But like I said, I'm excited to have the show back and see where the story goes from here. I'd like to try and, you know, read with the webtoon to kind of, you know, compare and contrast, you know, season 1 and just seeing where things potentially could go for season 2 if I get that far in that time with everything else I'm juggling. And so that brings this month's watch list to an end. Like always, if there's something that's coming out that maybe I wasn't aware of, that you're aware of, that you think maybe me or someone else would be interested in, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments. But really, that's all I wanted to talk about. So the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good